Nick just jumped on the beanbag and just straight paused. He's like, what am I doing? What's even happening right now? What's up, guys, and welcome to the Not Related podcast. This is our very first podcast, and long story short, Nick and I are siblings, but we're actually not related. We are related. I was actually there at his birth.
Are you my mom?
No, I'm your older sister. Goodness.
Lame.
Lame. But anyway, but Nick and I are very different human beings. So, basically his wife had this idea, hey, why don't you guys start this podcast? Because you guys are so interesting to listen to when you guys get going about your different opinions and whatnot. So, me and Nick were like, you know what? Nick and I, sorry, I guess my English, do I need to perfect my English on a podcast now, or what? Are we like professionals, or can I?
I'm definitely not going to be a professional.
Dang it. All right.
Yeah, well, I have no idea what you signed up for.
You have no idea what you're going to... Oh, goodness. But anyways, so Avery, Nick's wife, was like, hey, you guys should start a podcast. And at the same time, Nick and I, we were at Cracker Barrel, and we were like, you know what? We like that idea, and immediately jumped on it.
That's a terrible idea. Let's do it.
That's exactly what happened. So I'm Alexandria, or Alex. I am a content creator on TikTok, Instagram, whatever other multiple apps that I use every single day, because my screen time is way too high, let's be honest. When you're a content creator, your screen time is ridiculously high. Nick, have you checked your screen time on your iPhone?
No.
It'll make you really upset.
I probably already know what it is, because I probably spend at least 10 to 15 hours a day.
A day, same here. No, yeah. Literally, Nick, I checked it, and I was like, I'm disappointed in myself, but it makes sense when it is your job. It's you do need to spend, people that work 9 to 5s are going to their job 8 hours a day, so it's like, in a way, it makes sense, but it still depresses me when I see how long I'm on my phone.
Makes you feel like such a loser.
I'm such a loser. I'm truly the biggest loser. But anyway, so I'm Alex. I'm a content creator. I make heavy lifting videos and body positivity videos, and kind of almost motivation / good vibe posts. Basically, I'm the type of content creator that's do whatever you want as long as it makes you happy and you're not hurting someone else. I'm a big believer in basically just being a badass and doing what you want to do. And Nick, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm the kind of guy who makes fun of people like her.
I just high-fived him because that could not be more true.
Pretty much, I'm a content creator too, and I pretty much just troll people and just make stupid content. Nothing that I ever do is ever meant to be a hateful or hurtful thing, but I feel like most of it is.
We believe that, Nick.
The thing is, I just like having fun and making jokes, and I just don't ever want to take life too seriously, because I just feel like that's just too boring. So I don't know. That's what I do, and then I'm married to my wife Avery, and we got a son Asher, but I'm only 24, so.
Nick's still hip and cool, all right? He's 24.
Yeah, I'm hip and
he
cool.
might have a wife.
Alex is older than me. Why are you saying that? She's the old one.
Okay, fair enough.
She's still hip and cool, guys.
I'm hip and cool, all right? I'm 26, Nick's 24, and, we're just chilling. We've lived very different lives, although we are siblings, not related.
We're not related.
People are gonna actually think we're not related.
We're not related.
Shut the heck up. I hate you. Anyway, so basically we're two very different people. We post different content. We're not, related in our content whatsoever. Nick totally is the type of content creator to make fun of everything I say and do. So, but it's all good.
It's all in love.
It's all in love, I guess. But no, Nick's a funny content creator. If you haven't seen his videos, check out his TikTok at It's Me Nick Smithy. All of his videos have hundreds of thousands or millions of views. Like, all of his videos do very well on TikTok because people love his comedy.
If you want to watch Alex, don't. No.
Yeah, basically, I'm pretty boring to watch. I'm not even sure like how I even have followers, but it's all good. But yeah,
you got like what, 500,000 or something?
Yeah, like somewhere like that. Yeah, like over 500.
That's good. My second account is on.
Nick's like, peasant.
I'm just
Nick's
kidding.
like, I have like 2.6 million, you stupid peasant.
Nah, but she does stuff I don't do, like other things.
Yeah. Like other things. Yeah, we're all over the internet. We use.
But I've been doing this longer than you, though.
You have, yeah. You have been doing it longer than me, and yeah. And honestly, I just think you're better at it, so it's all good. So long story short, we are not related in our content at all, but we both somehow made a way to make a living from the online situation. So still not really sure how we did that, but we did. Enough about us. We have some topics that we've decided we're going to talk about as our first episode.
Oh yeah, by the way, sorry about if the quality sucks.
Oh.
We didn't say that, but like we have a bunch of really good, like more professional quality coming in for these upcoming podcasts. It's just not here yet. It's taking like
guys,
forever.
I ordered it, Nick, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I ordered it 2 weeks ago, and we film here in Nick's house, so I only live like 45 minutes to an hour away, so I drove all the way here to film this with Nick. And I get here, and Nick's like, oh yeah, the other equipment isn't here. And I'm like, damn it, what the heck, Amazon? What, Amazon?
What
I have Prime. Where is my stuff?
I don't think it was
No,
Prime.
it wasn't Prime.
Yeah, that's why. That's what happened with my gazebo. Did you know that? That gazebo that we just put up?
Yeah.
We rebought that on Walmart. I'm still waiting for my $1,000 back from
Amazon?
Because
it wasn't a Prime thing.
It took literally more than a month. Listen, this is what happened. So, the gazebo, this is completely off topic, but look, gazebo, They sent half of it. It came in 2 boxes, right? We got one of the boxes, and the other box we were waiting for like a month and a half. We've been waiting for like forever. Like we ordered this like around Thanksgiving time. I feel like it was something like that. Anyways, so they sent us one of the boxes. The other one, I guess, got lost in shipping, right? So I'm like, okay, that's not the seller's fault. Yeah. So FedEx finally they found it out of nowhere. The second they found it, the seller says, "No, give it back to us." I'm like, it's a couple miles down the road. Can you just deliver it to my house? So these morons are going to send it all the way back. So I just said, you know what, screw you guys. I'm done with y'all. And I bought it on Walmart. It was the same thing. And it showed up in less than a week.
Less than a week?
I'm like, I could have done this back in November. Like,
I've realized when I buy things that aren't Prime, sometimes I just regret it. Because it's that's what happens. So and stupid. I'm like, this is why I try to only buy Prime items. I'm not kidding. Like, I click that Prime button.
None of the good gazebos.
No, I know. Well, same with the headset.
I know. It was like none of them.
I didn't have a choice. So I was like, damn it. I hate buying stuff on Amazon that's not Prime. Like, this is why
we hate you non-Amazon primers.
Non-Amazon primers. Yeah, the non-Amazon stuff. It's always sketchy. It always makes me mad. But I guess it's better than other websites. I don't know. So if our equipment sucks, basically Nick and I are still waiting on the other equipment. So hopefully our next episode it'll be here and maybe we'll sound even better for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully.
Better quality. But also it was funny. We were literally about to sit down and record the podcast and Nick's lawn guy shows up at his house.
Oh my gosh, we've been waiting for an hour. Like, it's so, like, nothing wants us to record this.
But the lawn guy showed up at the house and Nick's like, dang it. Now we can't record. So we sit there and wait, and Nick's looking out the window watching him mow the lawn, and he's like, I am not paying you to be an overachiever.
Dude, this guy, look, he's a great guy, okay? But my guy is leaf blowing, and, like, we have, like, a little patio thing in the back, so he's leaf blowing that, right? That makes sense. Then this dude's leaf blowing the entire grass. I'm like, I mean, I get it, like,
come on, dude, stop doing your job. Like,
stop doing your freaking job.
Like, what are you
I almost went out there and I was just like, you know what, take your money and go. Please, golly.
Please,
like,
we just want to record our freaking podcast.
Blow all the leaves off of the grass too. Like, it's not that serious. And I got big trees in my yard. Like, this is gonna take forever.
It's like you are literally being an overachiever, and that is not what I'm paying you for.
Keeping me off, bro.
Why are you actually doing a good job? So speaking of doing a good job, long story short, this podcast, I think I've said long story short at least 6 times. I say that a lot.
Maybe 7.
I'm going to actually notice how many terrible things that I say on the podcast, and I'm going to really hate listening to this.
You guys can tell me in the comments.
Notice that pause. Notice the first pause.
Well, I didn't have anybody else here to like clap for me. It was just you.
You could tell me I hate you. Anyways.
Nobody to give me an ego boost. Shoot.
So we came up with some topics, and there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's happened this week in the United States of America. If you're not from America and you're listening, you're more than welcome to listen to our podcast. We're not just gonna always be talking about America
or TikTok
or TikTok.
Anything like this is just like regular stuff. Like we're just chatting. Man.
Yeah, we're just chatting. This is our first episode, and we want you guys also. Every week we're gonna have a thing on probably our Instagram stories, on the @NotRelatedPodcast on Instagram. We'll probably be posting every week, like, tell us some topics you guys want to hear for next week. But also, Nick and I, on our personal Instagram accounts, will also be posting sometimes with, like, what do you guys want to hear from us? Because we do just want to hear what you guys want to hear from us. Because we've both had some people request a podcast, like, on both ends. So for us doing this together, we just think it would be really cool to integrate our audiences, you know, and kind of do that. But... so we've come up with a few topics today. So if they're terrible topics, I'm sorry. I know I suck. I'm trying my best here. It's the first episode. We'll kind of get things together after a few. So stick with us. I saw some things going on TikTok this week. And since Nick and I have most of our audience comes from TikTok and our TikTok following, we figured, hey, why not sometimes talk about crazy stuff we see on TikTok or people on TikTok or whatever, you know, current events of TikTok. But also current events of the world and whatnot. So we come up with a few things. The first thing I wanted to talk about today was we're going to try to not keep this podcast political, because Nick and I both agree that, you know, you believe what you want to believe, whatever, we don't care. We don't want to get into the politics of all that stuff, because that's just that's not my personality, at least. So we're just not going to do that a lot, but... unfortunately, I think we can all agree, us listening to the podcast, about the crazy crap that just went down at the Capitol. Doesn't matter what you believe. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a Trump supporter or not. That was insane.
But did you see some stuff? So, like, I did a little bit of research on this.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. And I talked with Dad about it, too. You know, Dad always has, like, my dad, economics major. So he's, like, constantly, like, in, like, politics and stuff like that. So he's, like, always, like, doing a bunch of stuff. Anyways.
Is Dad an economics major?
Yeah, he was. You didn't know that?
What?
See, we're not related.
Wait, no, for real?
Yeah.
I thought he was,
That was an economics major.
Oh, you're right. He switched it. He was going to do engineering, and then he switched it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that story. Sorry, I forgot.
So Dad's, like, always obsessed with, like, all that stuff. Anyways. So, there was videos. Like, here's the thing. I'm not here to say nothing like no Republican did anything bad, no anything. Alright? I ain't playing neither side. What I did see was a bunch of Antifa trucks getting escorted in by policemen. And listen, after everything that happened with all this other stuff, like, you know, back in like the BLM situation with those protests and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same thing. I mean, 6 big Antifa buses. I saw the video.
Yeah.
Like, they literally have Antifa written on their car. These giant things. And then, not just that, there were some videos I saw where these Republicans, you know, or Trump supporters, let's just call them Trump supporters, right? So they're like...
yeah, they were Trump supporters. They were
so far edge, though, that it was like... I don't know, it's almost like...
it was insane, Nick.
No, I know, but it looked too far edge to where it was like, something's weird here. And then, I saw a couple more videos of some people literally admitting they got paid to do that. And that's what Antifa did back at the BLM protests to ruin those, remember? So it wasn't
remember,
okay. Antifa was the ones, they were like paying people like $15, $20 an hour to like...
there's a lot of conspiracy theories with all that.
So here's all I'm saying.
It's conspiracy.
I'm not saying it's not any Trump supporters that did anything bad. I'm not saying it's 100% Antifa either. But what I am saying is there's so much sketchiness going on that it's like, it's too hard to believe either thing.
Yeah.
There was proof I saw from like both things. Well, actually, I haven't seen proof that it was any Trump supporters yet. That is something I have not seen proof of.
What, of storming the Capitol?
Yes, I have not seen proof of that.
No, I have seen that.
Okay, so what
no,
did you see?
I did see that, but I'll have to pull up
I did see proof of people going in, right? Who's to say it was Trump supporters when there was Antifa trucks that were there? You know what I'm saying?
Nick, it doesn't matter if they were Trump supporters or whoever supporters. These people were freaking insane.
Not just that, there was also
like proof. They were insane.
Okay, but there was also proof. I saw another video, right?
Yeah.
So this was the last video that I saw, but basically the policemen, they open up the gates for them. Like, they literally let them go in.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about all that, but I'm just not
So it's almost like they wanted this to happen, but they don't want it to happen. It looks so... it's like it almost ends up being so staged, because it's like, there's too much weird
There's just a lot of...
With Antifa and the police doing that is where it makes me go, there's something weird going on.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories with just anything involving that and politics.
I'm not here to say that it's any of
basically,
because I wasn't there, so I don't know.
It was obviously psycho, and all the people that decided they wanted to raid the Capitol.
Yeah, that's psycho regardless.
So I found this meme, and it basically says, I have it right here, choose your fighter. So it says choose your fighter, and it's like 6 different fighters, and they're the photos of the people who raided the Capitol. So we have, let me read this to the podcast.
I bet.
The Barbarian. All right, Nick, so while I'm reading this, I want you to decide who you would pick.
Go.
Okay, so we have, did you just burp?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so we have...
Is that reindeer poop? We were eating reindeer poop before we started.
Nick provided some popcorn for me before. Okay.
It's special popcorn, not real.
It's not real poop. Don't
Nick's
eat
like,
that,
okay, Alex wasn't actually eating poop.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 6 fighters. So while I'm reading this, you decide. So, podcast people. We've got the Barbarian. Okay, so after I say the name of the fighter, I'm going to say the 3 or 4 characteristics that go with it. So, the Barbarian is the protagonist. Striking attire, an absolute unit. He looks like a freaking psycho. Alright, he looks like he's...
He does.
I don't know,
Is that a clown face? What's on his face?
Well, I don't know.
Did he paint his face?
It's painting. I don't know. It's just stupid. Then the next is like, it's like he's like a wannabe Indian, but he's not like with his face, but it's like it's just messed up. And we don't even need to disrespect the Native American community like this. I mean, Native Americans look cool, and what is that?
Yeah, what is
Anyways, so he's like a wannabe whatever he is, and it's just disrespectful. So then we have the thief as the second one. The thief's characteristics is he's a natural charmer, deceitful, and can steal legendary items. Look, he's
Is he walking out with a podium?
It's the podium that they actually...
Did you see that TikTok of that guy?
No.
TM Dad or whatever?
No.
Okay, he's like a dancer on TikTok. He shows up on my 40 page every once in a while. He looks just like this dude, and he had to make a statement saying, guys, this is not me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He was dancing in his video or whatever. He's like, this is not me. I know it looks like me, but I was not there. Stealing a podium.
No, yeah, so he stole it. That's like the most famous podium too, and I heard, I don't know if this is true, I heard he's selling it on eBay for $85,000.
That's why he made that video. He's like, I'm not selling it.
He's selling the podium for $85,000. It was the starting bid. So whatever, I don't know if that's, don't quote me on this, guys. I'm just saying what I hear. It's never,
yourself one.
Don't ever say what I'm saying as legit. I haven't looked into this all seriously, but anyways. Okay, so next fighter. How do you pronounce that? The usurper? I think this is on video games, but I never know how to pronounce that properly because I'm whatever. So the usurper is a mastermind, computing skills, and knows nuclear launch codes. He sounds like a pretty good fighter to pick. I'm always kind of picking the nuclear.
Next.
Nick's like, nah. Next fighter, spy. Scouts the area, remains in the shadows, fearless.
He's okay. Oh, the Berserker.
The Berserker. He looks like...
You know what a Berserker is?
Absolute psycho. Huh?
You know what a Berserker is?
No.
It's from Gears of War. It was a video game thing.
Oh. Well, what does he do?
I want to pick the Berserker before I could... Berserkers are blind, but they're like...
Filled with rage and spit, a one-man army in great pain.
Yeah. Berserkers are always in pain. But they're like blind.
So basically this guy looks like he's possessed. Then we've got the witch as the last one. Is that a mask?
I don't know what that is. So she's not even wearing it.
She's not wearing a mask, but it's like the mask is underneath her chin.
This always cracks me up, man. If you're going to put on a mask, like either commit or don't. Like that's just what I think. Like commit to the service of the mask. Or don't commit at all, because it doesn't make any sense. Like now you're just using it as an accessory.
In order to get in the Capitol, she was like, I'm going to wear my mask. And it was like the second she went in, she was like, never mind, I'm going to show you. She was like, I'm going to show you.
That's always what kills me the most. My favorite thing is when I watch people walk into a building and they take off the mask.
Yeah.
The second they walk in, I'm like, okay, you're.
What's the point?
Yeah, why were you wearing it to begin
What
with?
is the point?
It's not even as like.
It's like when you go into a restaurant and they make you wear the mask to walk into the restaurant.
I know, but then once you sit down,
and I'm always like, oh yeah, because
God.
coronavirus can't see us when we're eating.
Yeah.
Right? Because it makes no sense.
It doesn't know about you when you're eating.
Anyway, that's a whole other topic for another
when you're
day.
eating. It's blind.
It's a berserker when you're eating. No, for real. And then so the witch is Eldritch Mage.
Yeah.
Sanity has declined due to potion brewing and can see the spirit realm. Okay, all right. The see in the spirit realm. It can be, there could be some power there.
I'm either picking the barbarian, the thief, and the berserker, but I kind of feel like the berserker's gonna win in the long run. That berserkers do a lot of damage.
Do they really? I don't know why I don't know what that is. I never played that game, though.
Yeah, if you've never played Gears of War.
And according to my Instagram story, everyone was responding to my DMs like, you don't even play video games. Did you see that, guys? Yesterday, off topic, I posted on my Instagram story that I'm trying to buy a PS5 because I played video games my whole life. And I'm like trying to find the PS5, right? And I'm like, I finally got it, which...
Alex's comment section is full of a bunch of me's.
Dude, my comment section be roasting me on every platform. Yeah, so yeah, Nick, they were your fans, and they somehow came to my page and started roasting me. So if you're one of Nick's fans, please don't come to my page and roast me.
I love you.
It makes me cry.
I'm
just kidding. It doesn't make me cry. It doesn't make me cry. I'm like, hey guys, I'm looking for a PS5. Message me if you got a PS5. And a bunch of people were super nice, even like, oh, I'm gonna give you my PS5. I was like, what? Like, some of my people were super, but I was like, I would never take someone's PS5.
I would.
Nick, this is why we're different. So, but I was like, okay, I'm obviously not gonna take their PS5, but I was like, just let me know when you know about the restocks or whatever. So, I subscribed to a couple people on Twitter. I got the PS5 because I turned on notifications for 2 people, and they said that there was a Best Buy restock for the PS5. I click it right away, and it said I didn't get it. But I kept trying, and it still said, you don't get it, whatever. Then an hour later, they said try again because they just restocked yet again on Best Buy. So I tried again, and I got it. And I got the PS5, and I'm going to pick it up on Wednesday. My local... Nick, they let me do one at a time.
Let me hit up that homie.
No, Nick, so they let me get one at a time. I texted a bunch of people. I was like, guys, go on, but it's fine. But I felt bad because I would have gotten one for you, for Kevin, for Izzy, for everyone.
There's more opportunities.
For all my friends, for Mike. I was like, I have all these friends that wanted the PS5. But anyways, so long story short, I got the PS5 and I posted on my story and some guy was like, you don't even play video games, don't cap. I responded with my video gaming setup, which I built the desk by myself. I put the monitors up by myself. I did everything by myself. And someone was like, bro, it still don't mean you play video games. I was like, Nick, I hate you. Can't, but I get what they're saying. And honestly, I don't play video games nearly as much as I used to. When I was growing up, obviously I was a kid, but my favorite game is Call of Duty, so that's my favorite game, and then I've just played, like, other random games my whole life. I've never played Gears of War, so
I mean, Gears of War kind of fell off. It used to be lit, like, back in the day.
Honestly, I haven't played a lot of those games that everyone's, like, really into. I'm like, I always just stuck with Call of Duty. I was so obsessed with Call of Duty for years.
Yeah, same.
That's all I played for years. Off topic, so I don't know the Berserker. So, Nick, you said the Barbarian or the Berserker?
I'm picking the Berserker.
The Berserker?
Who are you going to be?
Okay, I like to go with the Masterminds type. So I said the Usurper. That has to be from another video game that we don't know about. That has to be.
Oh,
but I would probably pick him because it says Mastermind, computing skills, knows nuclear launch codes. I'd probably pick the Usurper, possibly the Witch, just because she looks insane and can apparently see the spirit realm. So, like, I'm kind of in between those two. The others just look... I mean, who would pick the thief? Like, literally, he just stole a I mean, maybe for money purposes.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, if you're just trying to secure the bag, I guess the thief would be it. But okay, I could see Nick. I could see you being the Berserker. Like if you ever lost your mind, that's what Nick would look like.
That's what Sammy would look like.
Sammy's probably gonna. Okay, for you guys who don't know who Sammy is, she is our younger sister. She is the youngest. She used to
scream when she was a kid. I remember she used to give
she
her
really
so much
did.
crap.
And then she would slam the door.
Like,
like freak out, and then she'd slam the door and be like, "Oh no, the demon is possessing us! Oh my god!" We'd be used to be. Oh my god, I gave.
Sammy's literally gonna unfollow us when she sees this. She's literally gonna block us.
I love you, Sammy.
Now we're all grown up, so like.
We're all grown up. We love each other. I love my sister. She's very smart and successful and pretty, and I love Sammy. But growing up, she
stole your shoes.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I'll never forget it because it's the funniest thing.
She lied entire day. She lied at like non-stop about it just to tell the truth.
She's
the end.
literally.
I always just like, you're so dumb for that. If you're gonna lie, be like me and Alex. We lied for an entire year and a half straight, and then admitted to our
about
parents.
the party?
Yes.
Nick.
If you're gonna lie,
Nick,
you better go through with it.
Yeah, if you're gonna
okay?
lie, my mom and dad are definitely gonna watch this and hate us for even talking about
Mom
this.
and Dad, I still apologize for that part.
Actually, you should.
It was my fault.
It was your
I
fault.
threw the party.
I had one friend and he betrayed me and let somebody in my room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Anyways, we can tell you guys that in the
off
future if you wanna
topic.
hear about it.
But yeah, so we love Sammy. Sammy's a cutie. She is our little sister. Right now, she feels. She was like, "Hey, am I the Frankie Jonas of the family?" I
said yes.
But you know what? Frankie Jonas is more cool. You see him blowing up on TikTok.
Wait, he's blown up on TikTok.
Everybody's like,
really
"Wow,
is.
Frankie Jonas has siblings." So I'm like, technically, Frankie Jonas has created his own he's an icon.
There you go, Sammy.
So Sammy,
You're an
you
icon.
might be the Frankie Jonas of the family. Sammy, I believe in you. I think you're not I think you're extremely successful on your own terms. She could even be in the TikTok with us. She just lives in Tampa. Honestly, she probably would be in it right now. We would have let her do it with us. But she lives far away.
Yeah,
so
we let her. So.
Shut up. No, Sammy's really great, and she's really good at everything she does. So she's very successful. She's a
Alright, enough about Sammy.
She's
Is
a
this
Cap-
podcast, the Sammy podcast?
I want to make sure Sammy knows she's loved, so she doesn't listen to this and think we're just being mean.
Yeah, I am being mean.
This is the difference between me and Nick. Nah, it's cool.
No, I'm just kidding. Sammy, I love you.
Sammy, we love you. Now, let's talk about. Let's go to Instagram here. Goodness. All right, so here's some TikTok current events that I've pulled up this week. To be honest, I don't give a crap about some of this. This is like teenage BS that I don't follow. I actually don't even know. I barely even know who these people are. How old is Zoe Laverne? What is that? Is that her name?
I swear on my life, I thought this girl was 14.
How old is she? 19? 18?
I think she's 19 now.
19?
Every time I look at her, but you know what she reminds me of? Sammy. She does.
God, Sammy is gonna block you, Nick. Sammy, don't block me. Please don't block me. If you block Nick, I understand.
Sammy, I love you. But when I hear Zoe Laverne, no, it's the way she talks sometimes.
You think so?
It's the way she talks. I don't know why it always makes me think, God, I'm like, Sammy, stop talking.
Really?
Yes. Sometimes it sounds like Sammy. No. It doesn't sound like Sammy now as much as it did.
Like when she was a kid?
Yeah, when she was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy, I'm not dissing you now.
God, Sammy's gonna hate it.
Sammy's
gonna listen to this and be like, "Wow, I'm done with you guys." She's gonna leave the family group chat again.
Oh no, we should just call this podcast the Sammy Podcast.
Dude, well, let's change the name.
We literally have an entire.
We should change it to Not Related to Sammy.
Poor Sammy, she's getting bullied. She can't do anything about it.
Sammy is literally going to hate us. Sorry, Sam, we love you. But anyway, so this girl, Zoe Laverne, she's 19. I don't know anything about her, to be honest. I've seen like 2 of her videos. I literally know this much about her. But on the TikTok room, which is kind of like the shade room for TikTok situations, which again, I just followed them the other day, literally for the purpose of this podcast. I don't know anything about this teenage BS.
Alex is out of the loop.
I am pretty out of the loop, to be honest, because I'm 26 and I don't give a crap what these 18-year-olds are doing. But
19? She's 19, Alex.
Sorry, she's
Come
19.
on.
My bad. Let's watch this video. Hear what she had to say on a live stream.
I might be pregnant right now.
What?
So, I'm not trying to fight right now.
I'm not trying to fight right now. I might be pregnant. So she's kind of laughing. Didn't it look like she was kind of laughing a little bit? Let me turn the sound off. So this is the video. She looks like she's kind of laughing. And it says Zoe Laverne announces she might be pregnant. So, all I know about Zoe Laverne is that she was dating a 13-year-old not long ago.
No, wait, was she dating or was just like a little like thing? Like they actually dated?
Nick, I don't know.
Here's all I heard. She was grooming a 13-year-old.
Grooming. Well, of course it's grooming. If she's an adult and he's 13,
But
just because he's a male doesn't make it okay.
Dating?
That's disgusting.
But were they like Like,
I don't know. I heard that
oh.
maybe they were having sexual relations. I don't know what they were doing.
Well, imagine a 13-year-old
But-
locked up.
But imagine if I think we need to be taking this more seriously, because imagine if Zoe was a boy and, like, do you see what I'm saying? And it was a 13-year-old girl. Like, why is Zoe getting, why are we...
She's actually getting a lot of hate. I'm not going to lie. I've seen quite a bit of hate.
Is she?
Yeah.
She should be, because, like, I'm never...
If it was a boy, though, it would probably be worse.
I'm never, encouraging people to just hate on somebody, but when it comes to things like that, like, where you're having any sort of sexual relations with a 13-year-old, I don't care if you're a girl, guy, whatever you are, that's not okay for me.
Have you heard about the Carson thing?
Who?
Carson?
Who's Carson?
I think he's like a Minecraft YouTuber or something like that.
Nah.
He's been pretty big. Anyways, he, I guess, was just with a 17-year-old. I think he just went to jail or something like that.
But she was 17?
He's 19.
What state does he live in? Because isn't there state laws for that?
I'll be honest. I don't know too much about this. All I saw was just, like, everybody's, like, so upset with him. And I'm kind of like, he's 19, she's 17. Like, that's really not that weird.
Well,
I get it. It's still technically, like, could be considered, like, illegal because she's not 18.
Did he do something wrong? Or was...
Yeah, I think what I heard was that he was sending her, like, a bunch of, like, inappropriate messages or whatever.
But was it not consensual, or was it not where...
See, I don't know that portion of
They
it.
got to be careful, because I'm pretty sure
I do think
that
it was
with states that it's illegal either way. In some states, I'm pretty sure... I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong.
But here's my whole thing. If it's like 19, like Zoe, like let's just say it was 19.
19 and 13 is a very big difference.
That's weird.
Whether
like
you're a
19,
guy,
17,
girl, whatever.
2 years. I mean, because look, you could be 17 and 15.
Yeah.
Or you could be like...
Well, but if it's illegal, it's illegal. But I don't know why she... I mean, whatever the case is, she's clearly not in jail. So I don't know the whole story.
I don't understand.
I just know that all I'm seeing is that she was grooming a 13-year-old, and
wild.
And you know that's just.
I mean, Tony Lopez didn't go to jail, right?
That was gonna be my next topic.
All right, let's go.
Actually,
what is it?
Which is funny. We talk about that right here. Hype House's Tony Lopez sued for sexual battery as of literally this morning. So what? It's January 8th.
I after jinxed this, guys. Y'all heard it first here.
Hype House's Tony Lopez sued for sexual battery, allegedly solicited minors. So it says Tony Lopez. Okay, I'll just read you what it says basically. So Tony Lopez, one of the popular members of TikTok's Hype House, used social media to groom and have sex with 2 teenage girls, at least according to an explosive new lawsuit, but he denies the allegations. The underage girls suing under the aliases HL Doe and CH Doe both claim 21-year-old Lopez first began communicating with them via text and social media, despite knowing they were minors, and say he tried to coerce them into meeting for sexual encounters. HL alleges why can I say that? Lopez first lured her away from her friends on January 4th, 2020, so like over a year ago, and engaged in unlawful sexual acts with her, including oral and vaginal sex. In the suit, the teen claims she told him she was 16 before that encounter, but later admitted she was really 15. Even so,
Even if she was 16, that's still not and he was 20. That is pretty weird, though. I'm not going to lie.
21-year-old. 20...
Well, he would have been 20 at the time.
Is that what they're saying, or are they saying he was 21-year-old then? I don't know.
Either way, that's still weird.
Either way, it's weird. But then it says, they had sex again on January 19th at his place in Nevada. Lopez told her not to take any pictures with her phone. And then the other accuser claims she met Lopez in April 2020 when she was invited to the Hype House by Thomas Petro, whatever his name is. She claims they exchanged text and Snapchat info. Lopez, knowing she was 16, almost immediately began soliciting nude photos or videos from her. CH alleges Lopez sent a photo of himself with the caption, "Show me your boobs."
That's such a guy thing. You know, it's just so funny. Like,
show me your
okay,
boobs.
You can just tell he was 20 or 21 in this, right? Look, I haven't done a "show me your boobs" text even to my wife. Like,
no? Really?
but no, I just mean like that's such a I don't know. I just feel like that's such a
like a 12-year-old thing.
Yeah, that's such like a 12-year-old
show
guy.
me your titties.
Yeah,
I want
like,
to see your tits. I bet your tits are nice.
Like what?
Like
the
what?
heck?
Like can we not do that? Well, how old are you? 21, and you want? Why would you even want to see like a 15-year-old's tits?
That's
like,
just such a weird.
You can't get a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old. Like, that's what I'm like.
Dude, that's the other part of it.
I'm not kidding.
Just like, it's kind of almost like embarrassing.
And then he tried to coerce her into sending explicit photos.
Well, here's my thing, too. He was big at the time, right?
Huge. He's still big. He's got millions of followers.
Okay. I'm not saying I understand it if you're not famous, right? I'm not saying that, like, it's still wrong, regardless.
Yeah, of course.
But when you're famous,
you
literally have even more.
You have more people that you can just...
You got more to go, like, so...
That's...
Like,
yeah,
your options are so wide open, generally speaking. Like, you can almost...
I agree, yeah.
You can just even get random chicks.
You can get anyone you want. They just want the clout, and they're just... I would agree, in most cases, he could probably get a lot of people, and he chose to coerce 2 underage girls. But anyway, so basically, she said he repeatedly tried to coerce her into sending explicit photos or sneaking out to meet him to have sex. She says she always declined, but according to the suit, he allegedly sent her nude photos exposing his penis.
Maybe that was why. It was just like the chase. My homie lost sight.
It's illegal.
He clearly lost
a lot of sight. Both girls are suing Lopez for sexual battery and emotional distress. They're also suing the Hype House and its founders, Petro and Chase Hudson, for negligence.
Oh wait, Chase Hudson's getting sued and Thomas?
Yeah, but I guess it's for negligence. So I don't know any about that.
I don't think that's too far off, because I do remember around the time that this whole thing happened. And, you know, everybody's trying to, like, get Thomas and them to speak about it. And it's almost like they're just, like... No, and they didn't do anything to Tony for, like, a while.
They probably... Yeah.
It was almost like they were trying to, like, hide it, which...
They probably were trying to hide it.
Yeah, but, like, I understand... Yeah. And here's why I understand why they'd be trying to hide it, is obviously because it's going to hurt... It's going to hurt their brand.
Yeah, no, I 100%... Actually, they were probably really upset to hear that.
I don't know, I guess my mindset...
They should be upset.
...would have been, crap... We got to make this right quick before it gets even worse.
Yeah.
And then we won't look like the bad guys. It'll look like we were associated with a bad guy.
Yeah.
See, because when you let that stuff go on, then it makes the whole thing look bad. Like, that was really dumb of them. Yeah. If I was in charge, I would have easily just been like, Tony, we got to cut you off, and we just got to admit this whole thing because you're screwing over, like, we're going to sue you because at this point, you're screwing over our entire brand. Nobody's going to look at the Hype House the same after this.
Yeah.
So instead, they tried to hide it to hide their brand and Tony, and it was just like... Bro, like, everything's going to come to light eventually. It's going to look bad. You might as well just, like, try and fix it as quick as possible and have, you know, less amount of casualties. They obviously now are getting a ton of... I mean, if Chase is getting sued and Thomas, they're probably super mad about this whole thing. They're probably thinking about going, dang, we should have just took him out the second we found out.
No, yeah, I mean, it really sucks. And
but at the same time, it's like, bro, that's what you guys get for not, like...
And he's not the only...
acting on it when you knew.
...adult influencer that uses his power and fame, you know, for I want to say, for evil. Like, for you don't do that.
Dude,
you don't do that.
There's a lot of people that do that.
I mean, Nick, like...
And that's disgusting. Like, if you at any point
that's gross.
Just, I don't know, that's just weird.
Like, if you know they're underage, just don't do it. Because think about... At least for me, when I was 15, 16, and a freaking super famous, like, everyone at school knows who this guy is, everybody would be like, way to go, you're hooking up with whatever. Yeah, 15 and 16-year-olds in general, you're just gonna, like, you're gonna think that's so much cooler than it actually is, and you're gonna go along with whatever he says. Not every time, but you know what I mean. Like, the majority of people would honestly just be coerced, because they're underage. And so it's like, it really is a bad situation, and it should be illegal, and it is illegal for a reason, and so he's being sued, but why is he not in jail? So I'm like, we've got to take this a step farther. I see comments, and people are like, why are you still not in jail?
Okay, but yeah, you got to see, if he's getting sued now,
I'm going to look into this more.
Chances are, this is what it's working towards. It's working towards
sued for sexual battery. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But he's not in the Hype House anymore, correct? He was kicked out, right?
Yeah, but that's also why I was saying, like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Like, you guys were trying to hide it and do all this just to kick him out at the very end, and now all of you guys get screwed over when you could have just, from the very get-go, just cut it right off.
And he's a very talented dancer, which is what got him famous to begin with.
Actually, his brother. His brother got more famous than him. Literally, like, brought him with, basically. Like, started using him in his videos.
What's his name? Andreas?
Yeah, so
Andreas?
Like, he ended up blowing up. When he blew up was whenever
his little wee pic got leaked.
His wee pic.
I remember that junk. I remember
if he's gonna be posting wee pics, he should at least be putting it on OnlyFans and getting paid for it. I mean, come on.
Well, not just that. Why are you sending them to underage girls?
Well, that's the problem.
Like,
that's the problem. I could care less if his wee pic got leaked if he was sending it to adults. He's sending it to children, and that's where the issue is.
Yeah, that junk's weird.
So that was funny you mentioned him because I had that on the list. Then the last thing I brought up and I saw was, okay, so JoJo Siwa. So just watch this. You got to watch two videos.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, here's the video. If I was gonna Photoshop those photos, I probably would have made my fingernails look a little better too. So here we go. Turn the camera around so you can see. Here's the box. 6+ and the card. Have you ever walked in on someone naked or had someone walk in on you?
Yeah, what's this like?
Have you ever taken money from someone's purse or wallet without asking? Because we want to encourage that. Have you learned the art of twerking? JoJo has. Kissed a boy? Who in this room would you most like to date? On the front of the box, a bunch of little girls playing that game. So, like, yeah, that's a totally appropriate question, right? Have you ever been arrested? Most 6-year-olds have. Ever stolen from a store? But this one, though. Have you ever gone outside without underwear? A bathing suit doesn't count. And the box says 2018. It's by Nickelodeon, and it says Viacom International.
So before you freak out, watch what
okay.
JoJo.
Hey everyone, it's JoJo. So over the weekend, it has been brought to my attention by my fans and followers on TikTok that my name and my image have been used to promote this board game that has some really inappropriate content. Now, when companies make these games, they don't run every aspect by me, and so I had no idea of the types of questions that were on these playing cards. Now, when I first saw this, I was really upset at how gross these questions were, and so I brought it to Nickelodeon's attention immediately. And since then, they have been working to get this game stopped being made and also pulled from all shelves wherever it's being sold. I hope you all know that I would have never, ever approved or agreed to be associated with this game if I would have seen these cards before they started selling it. I love you all so much. Thank you for bringing this to my attention so that way I could put a stop to it and I could get it fixed immediately. I love you all so much, and I hope you have an awesome 2021.
So obviously she didn't know what was going on.
If she's telling the truth, then
no, she totally is. It's JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, no, I mean,
there's no reason for her to have wanted that because she knows that would have ruined her brand, or not ruined it, but it would have made a big issue with it. And but
whoever's selling this freaking game,
imagine having a child. So if you didn't understand, if you don't understand what's going on. If you don't know who JoJo Siwa is, she's obviously how old? She's 18, right? She's or 16.
I look at her the same way I look at Zoe Laverne. I think they're all 13 years old.
No,
look
she's
at the way she dresses too. Like I get so confused.
She's older, but she is a children's entertainer, and she's a very good one. She has a great reputation, and honestly, her stuff is awesome. And if I had a daughter or a son or whatever, I would 100% be having them watch JoJo Siwa because I think she's very entertaining, and she seems like a really great human. So
I don't get entertained by her stuff.
Okay, well, yeah, Nick, but if you were a child, I mean, come on, with Asher, you wouldn't want Asher watching JoJo Siwa, your son?
Not if she's going to be asking him if he's walking in naked.
She's obviously not asking that. So
long. Been arrested, Asher?
So basically, guys, she did not know that her brand was somehow being associated with a game that was obviously asking very inappropriate questions.
That's crazy.
Like just really inappropriate questions for 6-year-old girls.
I almost had a lot to say, but then I guess.
Yeah, of course. When I first saw that video, I'm going, oh my gosh, what? Yeah, but then it makes so much sense. So JoJo had no idea. She's trying to get it removed. But it's just a really crazy situation. I couldn't imagine being in her position and just, her probably her team, not even her. Her team says, yeah, you can put our brand a mix with this game. They're probably making a profit.
Yeah, she probably got paid a ton of money.
Well, they're obviously making a profit of some sort if her name's attached to it. So it's like just another game in stores with JoJo's name to help their sales.
Like, I've seen adult games like that. Like,
yeah.
That's literally an adult game. Like,
yeah, that company, whoever did that is so wrong to have tried to put her brand in that. That's so messed up.
Well, you gotta think, it's people like with the mindset of like Tony Lopez and stuff like that. Like they just all that they see is money, and they just see like these other things, and like I feel like they
Yeah.
throw out integrity. That's the problem. Is, like,
yeah,
some
but
people just
I
throw
don't
integrity
believe
out
that
for
she
money.
threw out integrity. I think in
No,
this
I don't
situation,
think she. No,
she
I'm
had
saying,
probably
I'm
had no
saying
idea.
the people who did this
Yeah.
stuff. Her.
Yeah, can you
They
believe
have no
that?
integrity.
Oh, none. No, you're so right. Yeah, they have no integrity
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they're trying to use a
Dude,
children's
I've had
entertainer
people do
name.
stuff like that to me. Like I've gotten messages where I'm like, what the frick? Like why?
Yeah, you're like, why would I want to put my name attached?
Yeah, like what? But like the other thing is
That's
like
fair.
I have integrity and like I know
You
JoJo.
definitely, yeah.
JoJo, obviously she's bigger than me and she's got a whole like management team that's literally watching over every last tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I do a lot of it myself, where I kind of like I want a big say in this stuff, so I
For sure.
make sure like I'm kind of. There's been a few times where like I've accepted stuff, and then shortly after I realized like
Never
holy
mind.
frick. Or like I posted about it, and real quickly like my followers were like, "Yo, this is a scam," and like I had no
Delete
idea
it.
because like I
Yeah.
checked it out too before, but like sometimes you don't. Like it's just weird. There's just like weird like little bootleg stuff that sometimes people make up.
Yeah.
Where it looks legit, feels legit kind of, but then like by the time you post it, somebody will. Like this one time I had these people trying to do like these AirPod situations or whatever, and like
Yeah,
I
Mom
looked
told
into
me about
yeah,
that.
and
They
I
were,
looked
like,
into it
fake.
and I was like, it's great, and why not? And then I'm like promoting fake AirPods, and I felt so bad because like literally I posted that. And I deleted the post within like under an hour. Like I was getting comments from people that were like, "Yo, why are you promoting this? So and so promoted this, and it's completely fake." So then it made me go like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "Dude, I like did research like on this, and like I didn't see anything bad because it was just made. That's probably why I didn't see any bad reviews. Or, like,
Yeah.
anything. But they had a legit website and like all that stuff.
No, there's so much scammy stuff. I won't even do like, with my heavy lifting videos and like my fitness stuff. And like, sometimes I'll get companies that are like the stupid fit tees and like, hey Alex, we're gonna pay you to promote our fit tees or whatever, and I'm like, I don't care how much money is involved, I will never post something that stupid on my page. Like, could you imagine? I'm like, I don't care how much. I'm like, me promoting a fit tee. First off, I'm not even like my brand has nothing to do with being skinny. I'm not a super skinny girl. I'm a thick, heavy lifting girl. So I'm like, first off, why would anybody listen to me about fit tees to be skinny? Number one. Number two, even if they did, I would never do that because I don't believe in any of that crap. If you want to be skinny, you got to be in a calorie deficit, and I have nothing else to say to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm very cut and dry.
No,
this
that's
is
true.
it.
When people make products like that, like the fit tee, it's like
I
think
hate that stuff. And
you're
all
making it for fit people already.
all
to
the
wear.
Instagram influencers are going, oh my god, this fit tee. I'm like, it makes you poop. Congrats, you lost 2
You
pounds.
strangled your insides.
You lost 2 pounds of water weight, and now you're like, oh, I'm
I'm
skinnier.
dead.
And I'm like, this has nothing to do with you actually being skinnier.
Well, look,
It's so
your situation is different too, because like anytime it's like workout stuff, all those things they're all come down to diet and like specific like what are you trying to get?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no product.
We're going to talk about this on another podcast because we
Yeah.
could both talk about this all day.
That junk always drives me crazy. Like when I see people and they're like
So
promoting
stupid.
like those little ad things too or whatever, I'm like, go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm like, guys.
Like just if you want abs, you have to do a couple things. Okay, number one would be like sit-ups. How about that? Like
and
these
abs
sit-ups.
are made in the
You want to
kitchen.
lose weight.
Like
You should be
80% of
running.
your
You should be
abs
doing
are
cardio. You
in
should
the
be doing-
kitchen. It's what you eat. It's what you eat.
Well, that too.
That's
what
it.
you eat has a lot to do with it. And like people don't understand. Like they just like bypass those things. They see a little thing. They're like,
They
oh, well,
see
I
their
can pay my
favorite
way.
influencers
Well,
do it,
you
and
know what I think it
that's
is,
so
too?
messed up that influencers
I
are
think
willing
people
to do
see
that.
You can pay your way to a skinny body. You can pay
Yeah.
your way to a fit body, and it's like you can't pay your way to those things. Unfortunately, you have to work for that. Like you actually have to put in sweat equity into those things.
The only time you can pay for that is if you're getting a full body makeover from a surgeon. In which
but
case,
that's not real then either. So it's like
it's not
so-
completely natural, but it is. You can do it.
But that's
You can
another
get it
thing.
done.
Like you're paying to get
yeah.
your way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
And I'm just a more natural person. I prefer to like put my time and effort. I just feel good about that stuff then afterwards too. Like
You do.
I
You
don't-
feel a lot better knowing that you
Like,
look
you-
that
you
way
put in
because
that
you
work.
did it.
That's why people say they're like people who work out and people who like take time, like take care of their body or eat right and stuff. They have this weird like confidence boost all the time, and it's just like it's a real thing. Like
Yeah, but at the
it
same
just
time,
comes-
well, I think like if you guys or girls, if they want to get a surgery, I'm like, I could care less. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
I mean, I could care less too, because it's not like you doing that is affecting me. But if you ask me, I'm gonna say, don't do that. Go, like, work on your body.
Well, yeah,
like,
that is true. One day I will be getting my boobs done. Just so you know.
But there's
I'll probably get a fat transfer where they'll take it from my stomach and put it in my boobs. That's what I really want. One day I'll do that, guys. I'm gonna do that one day. We'll see.
Well, I'm talking more
but
about,
for now, I'll stick with the
all natural. I'm talking more about like the healthy aspect.
No, yeah, no, I agree.
Like, doing any of that is never going to make you any more healthy or any more in shape. Like, your body is not actually ever going to gain anything physically better from that. Like, whether you fake getting big biceps by, taking from somewhere else or whatever. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
That's never going to work.
Yeah.
So, like, if you really want to see actual legit
it's not that hard to...
You got to do it the right way.
I mean, it is kind of hard, but it's not that hard to just go to the gym. I mean, I go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week.
It's really not.
It's not that hard.
But here's the other thing, too. You don't need a gym to even, like, get good exercise. Like,
yeah.
God gave us 2 legs and, 2 arms.
Yeah.
Like, I used to just...
That's true.
I just had, like, a little pull-up bar you can buy for, like, $15-20 online and just put it on the top of your door and literally arms, and then you can run, do legs. You can do squats inside your house. Like, you don't always have to add big weight to even be in shape. There was, who was it? There was, like, a football player who won, like, the Heisman or whatever. I remember hearing about, like, years ago. He, I guess he never lifted any weights, ever. He literally, like, won the Heisman for all he was doing. He was doing, like, 1,000, I think it was 3,000 push-ups a day or something like that, 1,000 pull-ups, and, like...
Yeah, that's another level, though.
Yeah, but you gotta think, like, you get good at these things, like, by repetition and whatnot, and then you're doing, like, so many of them. So even though he's not lifting any weights, he's working his body on, like, a pretty extreme level. You know, like, running a lot.
Well, he's technically doing body weights. He's doing body weight push-ups, body weight pull-ups. So it's still weight.
Well, of course. But I'm saying, like, he never picked up a bar. He never picked up a dumbbell. He never picked up those kind of things. And it's just, like, it shows, like, you don't even need that. Like, if people are like, well, it costs money to go to a gym. I don't want to waste money. Okay, well, just start somewhere.
It's not that much money to do the gym. Most gyms... it doesn't Planet Fitness have, like, I hate Planet Fitness. I would never go there.
Don't ever go to Planet Fitness.
Like, literally, the lunk alarm. I'll lift 100 pounds.
Unless you want to sponsor me, I am never going to talk about
No, even if you try to sponsor me, Planet Fitness, the answer is no. Because you don't even let me lift an 100-pound deadlift without having the lunk alarm go off.
That sounds ridiculous.
I literally...
Okay, that's the only thing that I dislike about Planet Fitness used to be fine until they had that whole, they're trying to make it to where, like, people will feel safe in a gym, but it's like, bro, that's not what the gym
I don't
is
feel
for.
safe in a gym. I don't feel safe in Planet Fitness.
Never feel
As a heavy lifter,
yeah.
I feel like I am literally, like, I cannot even walk in that gym without them, like, judging me for lifting more than 10 pounds.
Yes, exactly. So it's the opposite.
I feel more judged
what
in Planet Fitness.
It does the exact opposite of the other gyms. But not just that, it's just like, bro, why are we doing that? Like, that doesn't even make any... I don't know. I guess to each their own, but, like...
Yeah, we could talk about this on a whole...
That doesn't make any sense.
But basically, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the first podcast. We're basically talking about, obviously, random things, but it's just our opinions and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We've got more to come.
If the quality wasn't up to par, I'm really sorry. We have more equipment on the way. So hopefully by the next episode, maybe we'll have that. But guys, if you want to follow us on our personal accounts, please do. My TikTok, Instagram, everything is at Alex Princess with 3 X's and 3 S's. And then you can follow Nick at It's Me Nick Smithy as well on all that stuff as well.
And then you can follow both of us on our podcast at Not Related Podcast on Instagram.
Yes, Instagram, TikTok. You search us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And stay up to date with us, guys, because we're trying to do this as often as we can. Try to do it every week or whatnot. So we'll see how this goes. But I really enjoyed it, Nick. What about you?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was super fun. So
fun.
So fun. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. It means a lot to us, and I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful start to the rest of 2021. Let's make it fire.
For real.
Fire.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.